We asked this to Ruffy. He said he's going for the knockout. You're going in there to hold him. What is your response to Mauricio Ruffy?
I mean, he can think whatever he wants. He's gonna do his job, I'm gonna do my job, but I can knock out and I can wrestle and I can choke, but he has only one weapon, knocked out, so I have more weapons. I can wrestle and I can choke him and I can knock him out, so.
Wait, Arman got announced his fight? No way! Arman is fighting Mauricio Ruffy? Arman's gonna go insane.
But I'm really bitter about Arman Tsarukyan versus Mauricio Ruffy. I like Ruffy. He's number 7 in the world. This is still a major matchup. It's going to be a big deal of a card. Some of the fights aren't half bad. We've got some gems up and down this card that can help carry it as a supporting role. I just would have done something bigger for Arman Tsarukyan's return. When you hold him out of the sport for so long, and when he's off on all these side quests for so long, you're thinking, oh, well, he's not just going to come back against any top 10 lightweight contender. There's going to be some massive matchup for him. That's why they're taking so long to announce it. Surely! Delay Arman Tsarukyan's comeback. If that's what's going on, delay. I'll take this a month later, as long as we get Arman Tsarukyan against at least another top 5 lightweight on the planet. You know? But they're making this matchup. It's dangerous. Mauricio Ruffy's been active. He's very confident. He's been shown a flaw in his game before against Benoit Saint-Denis.
It's gonna be bad! It's gonna be bad! It's gonna be bad!
Let's go, Ruffy! Where's Neo?
Yeah! Where's Neo?
First choice, but it's not exactly bad. It's strange. It's strange because obviously the way I had heard it was going, and I'm sure this was reported elsewhere. I don't think I'm breaking any news here, but I think that they wanted to do the rematch between Arman and Charles. What I was hearing was not even necessarily for the BMF title. Actually, that may have not been on the line. Although who knows what they would have agreed to in the end. But they went a different direction. I think Charles, obviously losing his teammate, may have played a factor there, or maybe they just decided to go a different way. But they go this way, and with Ruffy. And I mean, Ruffy got run over by BSD, and it's like if BSD is running you over, who's not a bad fighter, but I don't think he's Arman. Probably is going to go bad. So there's a question of like, is this too much too soon for Ruffy?
Holy fuck, Arman Tsarukyan just threw away any chance he has at the title. Because Mauricio Ruffy will knock him the fuck out. And don't even say,
but this is an easier matchup for Arman, blah blah blah. He's just gonna take down Ruffy and submit him.
No the fuck he's not.
This is the same dude who couldn't even out-grapple a 40-year-old Colby Covington. And I'm telling you right now, if Arman does not get this fight to the ground, Mauricio Ruffy will knock him out.
Breaking news straight from the panel, Arman Tsarukyan enters this matchup as the clear killer on paper, and Mauricio Ruffy is stepping into a one-round job. The wrestling pedigree of Arman Tsarukyan simply outclasses whatever chaos Ruffy tries to bring, and the analysts already sense danger for Ruffy the moment this fight hits the mat.
Arman Tsarukyan, Mauricio Ruffy also fighting on the card.
Oof.
That's a tough fight for Ruffy, man.
Yeah, I think Arman just manages to take him down, elbow him so that he gets a submission. That's what I see happening, but it's a fight, anything can happen. I'm not betting the house, guys.
The way BSD beat Ruffy, like Arman's gonna be able to get him down and do the same thing. I think.
But Ruffy has
Styles makes fights.
He did change up his old training camp. He left the fighting there.
That's true.
Australia has been training with Volkanovski, and Volk, I had spoke to him about it. He said when he first came, he was hard to take down, but once he was down on the ground, it was easy to keep him there. He goes, now he's really hard to hold down. So he's definitely making changes, and making some big adjustments. So maybe it'll be more exciting than we think. And Arman, he's been wrestling and stuff, but it's different when you've been out of the cage for this long. You know, so he's
and when you're fighting an unpredictable guy like Ruffy, man, he can throw spinning anything.
It's not going to be comfortable on the feet with this.
He's crazy. And he's long.
I don't care who you are.
Arman's not long. Arman's a smaller guy.
He has one of the best right hands at that weight class. I mean, everything. His whole striking is picture perfect. Sniper.
I'll tell you one thing. For one of the guys, it's going to be bad for one of them.
I think Arman finds a way to just beat him.
Daniel Cormier makes it clear that Ruffy simply does not carry the resume to matter on Arman Tsarukyan's road to gold. This fight only exists to prove how fearless Arman Tsarukyan is, taking on anyone, anywhere, while Ruffy is nothing more than a name value question mark standing in his path to the belt.
Against Mauricio Ruffy. That's a dangerous fight with not as much upside because Ruffy, while he is good and while he did have that great win at the White House, he doesn't have the name value as Charles Oliveira. Arman Tsarukyan saying yes to this fight, I believe, strengthens his case over anything. The one thing that made it hard for Arman to get the title shot that so many people feel he deserves is because of the way the last fight that he was scheduled with Islam went down. But now he's saying yes to everybody and everything under any type of fighting situation. That makes you the guy that
The message is brutal and honest. Ruffy is still climbing the ladder, while Arman Tsarukyan is already standing at the peak. That gap in level is exactly why so many experts believe this fight ends fast, with Arman Tsarukyan proving once again he belongs in true title contention conversations.
You know, no disrespect to Ruffy, he's a sick fighter, but he's not at this level. Okay? And yeah, at some point, I'd like to see Ruffy prove that he can beat a grappler, but there are other grapplers that he can face. In the meantime, while Arman Tsarukyan, who is at his pinnacle, in his prime, and has been in his prime since UFC 300, where he beat Oliveira, fights fighters that are the best in the world. Ruffy is still climbing the ladder. Ruffy can fight Pimblett, who is, like himself, climbing the ladder. The difference is Tsarukyan is not at a point where he should still be climbing the ladder. A number one contenders fight, you're there. You've made it. You're on the verge of fighting for the belt. I don't consider that climbing the ladder. Why are we at this point when we have Ilia Topuria, Justin Gaethje, and Charles Oliveira all in the same fucking division? Why is he fighting anyone else?
Michael Bisping paints Ruffy as dangerous on paper, but already exposed on the ground by Sandini. And that exact blueprint is what Arman Tsarukyan is expected to follow. Living large outside the cage has not slowed Arman Tsarukyan down, and this breakdown suggests Ruffy is walking straight into a nightmare matchup.
Main event, Arman Tsarukyan is finally returning. Okay, he's taking on Mauricio Ruffy, right? Arman Tsarukyan, we last saw him, what was it? October, November, taking on Dan Hooker, made short work of him, but since then, he's been absent. It's been almost a bloody year. Yes, he's the master of the side quest. Yeah, he's out there wrestling at RAF, he's doing all kinds of shit.
Tsarukyan running Faber off the mat.
He's staying busy. He's certainly staying in the public eye with the help of Nina Drama, flying all over the world in his private jet, doing podcasts, just doing appearances, enjoying life, eating caviar, right? Just living it up, the son of a billionaire. Why wouldn't you do that, right? And he's taking on Mauricio Ruffy. Now, Mauricio Ruffy is a very dangerous guy. We saw him at the White House. He absolutely smoked Michael Chandler. And that was one-way traffic all day long. Against Rafael Fiziev at the start of the year, the man's been busy. This is the third fight of the year, by the way. Against Fiziev, second round, knocked him out. I think it was a straight right hand, right? Beautiful shot, took him out. But before that, it was Paris, Benoit Saint-Denis. And Benoit Saint-Denis absolutely ragdolled him before getting a submission due to face crank in the second round, right? And if Benoit Saint-Denis can ragdoll Mauricio Ruffy all around the place, then you better bet your bottom dollar that Arman Tsarukyan.
Carlos Prates and Ian Gary weighing in on this topic instantly adds fuel to an already blazing storyline surrounding Ruffy's credibility inside the octagon. When two of the promotion's most fearless and outspoken welterweights start reacting to how Ruffy's stock has been dropping, it sends a powerful signal to the entire fanbase. Arman Tsarukyan is being treated like the inevitable outcome here, and even fighters outside this matchup cannot resist commenting on how badly this fight seems to be lining up for Ruffy heading into fight night. Ariel Helwani confirms exactly what the entire MMA world has been buzzing about. Arman Tsarukyan headlining in Los Angeles with a massive Armenian community ready to roar him on. This is not just a fight announcement. This is a statement moment for Arman Tsarukyan, and Ruffy stepping into that atmosphere as the opponent is walking straight into hostile territory. The pressure alone might be enough to rattle a fighter still finding his footing at this elite level.
The biggest news, though, we all expected that to happen. We didn't know quite when. There was some talk at some point of Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes in September. That's obviously not happening. The biggest news, though, Arman Tsarukyan is on this card. And this is big news because he spends a lot of time in LA. There's a huge Armenian population in LA. It's a no-brainer. I think a lot of people thought it was going to be Arman versus Justin. Not going to happen. Too quick of a turnaround for Justin. All right, Arman versus Charles BMF. Not going to happen. It's Arman Tsarukyan against Mauricio Ruffy in a fight no one saw.
The MMA guru is calling it an arm triangle submission or a statement TKO from Arman Tsarukyan. And honestly, nothing about that prediction feels far-fetched given how badly Ruffy struggles once the fight hits the canvas. Yes, there is a small crack in the armor since Arman Tsarukyan has been wobbled before, but that flaw is nowhere near enough for Ruffy to capitalize on when the grappling gap is this massive. This is shaping up to be a nightmare wrestling clinic for Ruffy from bell to finish.
Hand raised. And you would think that Arman Tsarukyan is going to be able to exploit that same flaw by taking down Mauricio Ruffy and landing shots on top, and then I'm expecting an arm triangle submission for Arman Tsarukyan here. That's what I reckon's going to happen. Maybe he gets a TKO to make a statement, but I do think he's going to have a massive advantage in the grappling against Mauricio Ruffy here. But Ruffy does pose a threat. You know, we've seen Arman Tsarukyan wobbled before. He's been KO'd earlier in his career. When I landed that knee to his body in our grappling match, I did feel it.
Michael Bisping does not hold back, straight up predicting that Arman Tsarukyan ragdolls Ruffy exactly the same way Sandini did, and with a full title shot waiting on the other side of this win. Ruffy might look spectacular with flashy spinning kicks against lower-level competition, but Bisping makes it painfully clear that once Arman Tsarukyan closes the distance and gets this fight to the floor, there is almost nothing Ruffy can do to survive it inside that hostile Los Angeles atmosphere.
Now, it's been a bit of a bumpy ride for Arman Tsarukyan. We know back in the day, he punched a fan on the way to the octagon. That didn't go down too well. Then he gets a title shot, and he pulls out at the last minute, and Moicano steps in. Last time out, headbutts Dan Hooker, right? So he hasn't been getting a title shot, right? With a win over Mauricio Ruffy, he gets a title shot 100%. And the man who he would face would be Justin Gaethje, because Ali Abdelaziz just came out recently and said Justin is still going to fight. He's going to continue, but he wants only huge fights.
2027, we'll see Justin Gaethje fighting.
He's not going to fight for the rest of the year. He's already fought twice this year, wants to take a little break. The man deserves it. Take some time off, rest up all those bumps and bruises, right? But if Arman Tsarukyan beats Mauricio Ruffy, and I'll say it early, right? He probably will. He'll probably just do what Benoit Saint-Denis did. Mauricio Ruffy, he's awesome to watch. I mean, look at that spinning wheel kick over Bobby Green, right? It was phenomenal, but more than likely, he's going to get taken down. Arman Tsarukyan, especially in Los Angeles, right, with a massive Armenian community, right, he's going to have a lot of support in the building. That's why he's on the card. That's why he was fighting Islam Makhachev there, right? He's probably going to ragdoll him, but he's going to have to make some noise on the microphone, because Ali said for Justin Gaethje, it's only going to be...
Championship gold is truly on the line here, and lightweight division supremacy hangs in the balance. A win for Arman Tsarukyan does not just add another name to his resume. It plants his flag directly at the door of a title shot, and the entire lightweight landscape shifts the moment his hand gets raised in Los Angeles. If Arman Tsarukyan imposes his dominant wrestling game plan, this fight turns into exactly what the panel predicted: relentless takedowns, suffocating top control, and a finish that sends a message to Ilia Topuria, Justin Gaethje, and Charles Oliveira all at once. That is a nightmare scenario for anyone standing across the cage from him. But if Mauricio Ruffy somehow pulls off the shocking upset, it rewrites the entire division overnight. Ruffy's chaotic striking and spinning attacks are the kind of wildcard offense that has ended careers in seconds. And if he catches Arman Tsarukyan cold before the takedown ever happens, the lightweight picture gets thrown into complete chaos. Stylistically, this comes down to pressure and composure. Arman Tsarukyan has proven time and again that his fight IQ, conditioning, and championship mentality hold up even in hostile territory, while Ruffy is still discovering who he is at this elite level. When the pace gets suffocating and the cage starts closing in, the question is simple: does Ruffy's confidence crack, or does he find something special under the brightest lights of his career? Are you backing Arman Tsarukyan to dominate? Or is Mauricio Ruffy shocking the world? Drop your exact round and method predictions in the comments below, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications for the latest UFC breakdowns.